You won't believe the tea we're spilling today. From secret breakups to shocking lies, this is Unreal Tea. Hit subscribe before the drama starts. Welcome, everyone. Early on, Robyn Brown donned the veil of humility. She joined the Brown family last, the fourth wife, demure, wide-eyed, saying she wanted nothing more than peace and harmony in the family. That image, so gently sustained, concealed something much more calculated. Soon enough, viewers felt something was amiss, something too perfect. Robyn's arrival wasn't merely another member of the family, it altered the whole dynamic. Within a short while, the attention of Kody started to shift. The time, love, and participation once shared became monopolized. The plural that was to be turned into a singular, agonizing one. A decision that broke the sisterhood. Kody divorced his wife, number 1, Meri, and married his second wife legally, Robyn. It was supposedly for adoption purposes, to legally bring Robyn's kids into the family. Fans knew the truth, though. Legal status made all the difference. Inheritance, medical decisions, control. It was not just paper, it was power. Krishnan had always been the family heart, the warm, maternal, and playful one. But when Kody began to no-show, emotionally and physically, something in her shattered. Isabel's surgery was the turning point. Krishnan pleaded with Kody to be there, but he declined. The agony of abandonment became too much to bear. Janelle did not require Kody to be clingy, but she required respect. Over time, she turned into a ghost in her marriage. Holidays went by without invitations. Calls were left unanswered, and over time, she started feeling like a tenant in Kody's emotional property. After being the cornerstone of the family, Meri was an afterthought. She held out hope for years, suffering through spiritual and emotional rejection. Kody made public the fact that he no longer felt himself married to her. And yet, Meri waited, until at last, even she could no longer pretend. As the other wives receded into emotional abandonment, Robyn's grip grew stronger. Kody resided with her full-time. Decisions were born in her living room. Her kids came first. Every argument between Kody and the rest always seemed to loop around her opinions and comforts. One of the most bizarre and insightful moments occurred when fans learned Robyn spent $60,000 in family money on a doll collection. It wasn't wasteful, it was symbolic. While others were struggling financially or psychologically, Robyn accumulated porcelain perfection. It was a seemingly insignificant detail, the baggage rack. But it was a symbol of entrenched favoritism. Robyn always received it. The others perceived it. When questioned on the tell-all, Robyn dismissed it. Maybe I just put my bags there first. But the viewers knew it wasn't about baggage. It was about what she always received first. Kody's time, attention, and loyalty. By season 19's tell-all, the curtain came down. Robyn contradicted herself over and over. She said she was surprised the family had broken, then acknowledged that she knew it was coming. She said she loved all the wives, then revealed she hadn't spoken to them in months. The tears appeared, but this time they didn't work. When Meri finally left, it wasn't with firecrackers. It was a peaceful, soulful letting go. She'd attempted, she'd had hope, but after years of disappointment, she claimed back her self-worth and stepped into an uncertain future without wavering. Krishnan loved again. With David Woolley. She smiled differently. She laughed freely. And fans rejoiced. With Kody, she had lived on crumbs. With David, she banqueted. It was the most perfect redemption arc. The more Robyn wept, the more the fans deserted her. What had been considered sensitivity was now considered manipulative. Forums, hashtags, and reaction videos blew up with one message. We see through it now. Without the support of 4 solid wives, Kody fell apart. His contradictions grew. His rage burned. His refusal to own up painted a picture of a man who lost everything, save the one that empowered his worst qualities. What was initially a loving and united family had turned into a cautionary tale. Sister wives, once sold as a happy polygamous family, had devolved into a favoritism drama, neglect, and emotional betrayal. At the center of it all, Robyn. Not as the villain she professed to fear becoming, but as the one who quietly became precisely that. One of the most maddening aspects for longtime viewers wasn't so much Robyn's behavior, it was her revisionist history. She started rewriting the family history subtly, redefining situations to clear herself of wrongdoing. Situations that characters witnessed over years were reinterpreted through her sobbing apologies. But the crowd remembered. They remembered the skipped birthdays, the quiet stares, the gradual exclusion. Robyn's desperate bid to change the narrative only made the betrayal more profound. While Robyn had full-time companionship and attention from Kody, the other wives were emotionally isolated. Janelle, a fiercely independent woman, found herself in silence, discovering the truth. Meri, once the legal wife, was so relegated to the background that her presence was more of a formality than a relationship. The contrast hurt. For each holiday Robyn had with Kody, there was a wife alone, watching traditions disappear. Robyn didn't need to attack anyone head-on. She had power in silence. Doing nothing was weaponized. When there were fights, she remained silent. When other wives attempted to reach out, she didn't answer. Her inaction created festering wounds. The silence was a tactic, one that stung more than anything words might possibly do. Sukanya Krishnan gets a huge round of applause. The tell-all host did not blink. She posed the tough questions, bypassed the tears, and brought contradiction after contradiction to light. Her reactions to Robyn's interviews reflected the sentiment of millions of viewers: disbelief, frustration, and suspicion. Sukanya had also become a voice of the betrayed. When does favoritism turn into emotional abuse? For Christine and Janelle, that moment was when they slowly came to understand Kody's love was conditional. The loyalty was only for Robyn. The rest, discardable. Robyn's ascension in the family came at the expense of the others' decline. Whether she planned it or not, she was an accomplice. And to many, that renders her guilty beyond a doubt. Robyn's tears were always her strongest tool. When there was tension, she'd dissolve into tears. But those tears never brought about change, just avoidance. Each time she cried, the dialogue changed. Accountability disappeared. But eventually, fans figured it out. The crying wasn't weakness, it was power. When Christine eventually walked away, it wasn't a split, it was a revolution. She wasn't accepting crumbs to eat while someone else indulged. Her walk away was strong. It reminded people that sometimes peace comes at the price of leaving. It meant choosing her kids, her happiness, and her future over suffering. And Robyn? She did not say goodbye. She just stood there. Ultimately, Robyn's silence yelled. As the family disintegrated, she held on to her story more tightly. She said she was confused. She wept. She never called out, never made amends, never struggled for the togetherness she professed to value. And that silence, that inaction, are what fans cannot forgive. The Brown clan wasn't merely a polygamous test case. It was a cultural reflection. And Robyn's position in its downfall cannot be disputed. She might not have been the one with the knife, but she watched as the wounds were given. She slept in ease as others bled from the heart. Her legacy is one of silent reign. Robyn might never have wanted to be the bad guy, but intentions do not cancel out effect. She's got the man, the marriage, the fidelity. And the others, they got out with scars. Regardless of how many times she cries or pleads innocence, the damage is irreparable. The family has been shattered, and Robyn, whether she wants to acknowledge it or not, will be forever associated with its downfall. This family's drama is far from over. So smash. Like if you're Season Team Wives, subscribe for the next explosive update and drop a comment below. Who do you think will win? Stay shady, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next scandal. Behind TLC Sister Wives out.